Hi students. So all of you observe the question. The Gamma company issued 60,000 equity shares of rupees 10 each. So in this Gamma company, actually they are issuing 60,000 shares, right? That 60,000 equity shares actually they are issuing. That each share cost should be 10 rupees at a premium of rupees 2 per share. Again they are collecting premium amount. The premium is rupees 2 per share. So as per the available information, actually they are issuing 60,000 equity shares. The value of each share should be 10 rupees, and the same being they are collecting rupees 2 on premium amount. And the amount was payable as follows. So under the below, on application, at the time of application time rupees 3, on allotment rupees 5, in that 5 rupees including premium amount also. Actually the premium in the beginning only they have mentioned rupees 2 on premium. Out of 5 rupees, 2 rupees premium is the remaining balance 3 rupees. This is what allotment amount. And the first and final call are rupees 4. So this is what different stages collection amount of share capital. The next line, all the shares were subscribed. Whatever the shares are issued by the company, on all the shares actually public subscribed and the money was duly received except the first and final call on. At the time of first and final caller, 1500 shares held by Mr. Sudev. So actually whatever the shares we have held to Mr. Sandeep, so out of 1500 shares amount we are not receiving at the time of first and final call. So these 1500 shares held to Mr. Sudesh. These shares were forfeited. Forfeited means already we are discussed in the previous session. Cancelled these shares and only were reissued. Whatever the shares are forfeited in the company, only these shares were reissued to Mr. Naresh at a cost of rupees 8 per share. So here whatever the shares are forfeited by Mr. Sudhi shares, these shares were reissued to Mr. Naresh at a cost of rupees 8 per share as fully paid up. This is what question. Now we can solve the question. Before the going question, just now come to the calculation part. Here the first one, issued shares. Actually the company they are issuing 60,000 shares. The value of each share should be 10 rupees. 60,000 into 10 means we will get 6 lakhs rupees out of these shares. So in these 6 lakhs amount we are collecting in different interval periods, different stages. So on the first stage on application, at the time of application time, total number of shares of 60,000 shares into 3 per share means we will get 1,80,000 rupees from the public. Next one on allotment, at the time of allotment time, so actually including premium, allotment 5 rupees, right? In that 5 rupees, 2 rupees premium means 5 minus 2, the remaining balance 3. 3 rupees is what allotment amount. 60,000 into 3 means we will get 1,80,000 rupees. And the premium amount we need to calculate separately. The premium 60,000 into 2. 2 rupees, this is what in the beginning only they have mentioned. In the 2 rupees including at the time of allotment only. 60,000 into 2 per share means we will receive 1,20,000 rupees. Next one on first and final call, total 60,000 shares into 4 per share means we will receive 2,40,000. So this is what calculation part. This calculation helpful at the time of passing the necessary journal entries. Make down the calculation. Please write down these calculations. So first I will take the format. Journal entries in the books of Gamma Company Limited. Actually the shares they are issuing Gamma Company only. So under the below date, particulars, LF, debit and credit column. These columns are necessary for the format. So in this format the first stage is related to further application process. For the receipt of application money, already we are issued shares, right? For the issue of shares, we are receiving application money. The first entry regarding for the receipt of application money. Receipt is nothing but bank account, right? Bank account data. At the time of application date, actually we are receiving rupees 3 per share. 60,000 into 3 means 1,80,000 rupees. Bank account data. Bank account data 2 we are receiving from equity shares application account. Equity share application account 1,80,000 rupees. The first entry bank account data to equity share application account. Now we have to write the narration. Being application money received on being application money received on 60,000 shares at rupees 3 per share. At rupees 3 per share. Once again observe the narration. Being application money received on 60,000 shares at rupees 3 per share. This is what narration about the transaction. I mean explanation about this journal entry. This is what first entry for the receipt of application money. The next one, whatever the application money received by the firm, I mean Gamma company. In this application money, now we need to transfer to share capital account. The next entry for transferring. Second entry, equity share application account data to amounts are 1,80,000 in the debit column. Equity share application account data to share capital account. In the credit column also 1,80,000 rupees. Equity share application account data to equity share capital account. Narration being application money transfer to share capital account. For the second journal entries narration being application money transfer to share capital account. This is what narration about the second transaction. So this is what first stage regarding application, right? The next one for that allotment process. The second stage for that allotment money due. Equity share allotment account data. First you have to write the journal entry. Equity share allotment account data to securities premium account. To equity share capital account. So this is our third entry. So now we have to write the values. These values already we are calculated in the beginning calculation part. So here by the securities premium we are receiving rupees 2 per share, right? 60,000 into 2. 60,000 into 2 means we will receive 1,20,000 rupees. This is what securities premium amount. Okay, for that allotment process, actually we are receiving rupees 3 on allotment, right? By the way, allotment we are receiving rupees 3, right? 60,000 to 3, 1,80,000 rupees. So 1,20,000 plus 1,80,000, total 4 lakhs rupees. Equity share capital account data to securities premium account to share equity share allotment account. This is what journal entry for the allotment money due, right? Next one, write the narration. Being allotment money due on so here being allotment money due on 60,000. Being allotment money due on 60,000 shares at rupees 5 per share. In this 5 rupees including premium also. 5 per share including premium. Okay, allow me once again observe the journal entry for that allotment money due. Equity share capital account data to securities premium account to equity share allotment account. By the way, securities premium we are receiving rupees 2 per share. The total number of shares of 60,000 shares. 60,000 into 2 means we will receive 1,20,000 rupees, right? And the same thing out of 5 rupees, this is what allotment money. In that 5 rupees, 2 rupees premium is the remaining balance 3 rupees. 60,000 shares into 3 per share means 1,80,000. 1,20,000 plus 1,80,000 make it total balance 3 lakhs rupees. Have to record in the debit column. For this entry, we need to give narration. Being allotment money due on 60,000 shares at rupees 5 per share including premium. So in this 3 lakhs rupees including premium also. This is what journal entry for that allotment money due. The next one for that allotment money received. One entry for due, the next entry for received. For that next one, for that allotment money received. Fourth entry. Bank account data to equity share allotment account. Bank account data to equity share allotment account. The amount total 3 lakhs rupees. Now we need to record. Now we are receiving 3 lakhs rupees. We misalignment this Gamma company. They are receiving 3 lakhs rupees by the way of allotment process. For this entry, now we need to give the narration. Being allotment money received. Being allotment money received. So this is what fourth entry for that receipt of allotment money. So as of now we have completed 2 stages, right? The first stage regarding application, for that application 2 entries. The second stage allotment, for that allotment 2 entries. The next one first and final call. Before going that first and final call, first we have to write down these entries. The next it is related to first and final call money due. For the first and final call money due, the entry equity share first and final call account data to equity share capital account. At the time of first and final call, we need to receive rupees 4 rupees, right? At the time of first and final call, we need to receive 4 per share. You have to calculate the amounts. 60,000 shares into 4 per share with 2,40,000 rupees. Equity share first and final call account data to equity share capital account. The amounts are 2,40,000 in each column. Now write the narration. Being first and final call money due on being first and final call money due on 60,000 shares at rupees 4 per share. Being first and final call money due on 60,000 shares at rupees 4 per share. This is what narration about this transaction. The next one, for that first and final call money received, when the first and final call money received on the day, we can write the journal entry. Bank account data. Bank account data to equity share first and final call account. So one thing here, actually in that question, all the shares were subscribed and the money was duly received, except 1,500 shares. Except at the time of first and final call, we are not receiving 1,500 shares, right? So these shares actually we are allotted to Mr. Sudesh, but they are required to pay these 1,500 shares. So that means at the time of first and final call, we are not receiving 1,500 shares amount. Out of 60,000 shares, 1,500 worth of shares amount we are not receiving. That means the remaining 58,500, this much of shares amount only we are receiving at the time of first and final call at a cost price of rupees 4 per share. Is it clear? 60,000 minus 1,500. The remaining balance 58,500 shares into 4 per share. You have to calculate the values 58,500 into 4. That means you will get 2,34,000 rupees. Bank account data to equity share first and final call account. Now write the narration. Being first and final call money received on being first and final call money received on 58,500 shares. 58,500 shares at rupees 4 per share. At rupees 4 per share. Being first and final call money received on 58,500 shares at rupees 4 per share. So this is what sixth entry for the receipt of first and final call money. So this is what third stage. For that third stage it is related to first and final call. So as of now we are finished 3 different stages: for application 2 entries, for allotment 2 entries, and first and final call 2 entries. The next stage is related to shares were forfeited. Before going there, first make down these 2 entries. So actually here 1500 shares amount we are not receiving. Once you have to observe the question, actually at the time of first and final call we are not receiving 1500 shares. Once you have to observe the question, whatever the shares we are held to Mr. Sudesh, so on that person they are not paying 1500 shares, they are required to pay these 1500 shares. That means, so out of 60,000 shares we are not receiving these 1500 shares. That means we are receiving only 58,500. So these 1500 shares amount failed to pay for that whatever the shares we are held by Mr. Sudesh. Actually in this 1500 is given in the question. Once you have to observe the question. The next one it is related to shares are forfeited. Actually here 1500 shares are forfeited, right? Forfeited means cancellation of shares. So 1500 shares, for that forfeiture of shares, now we need to write the next entry. Equity share capital account data to share first and final call account to forfeited shares account or share forfeited account. Once again the entry, equity share capital account data to share first and final call account to share forfeited shares account. So in this entry, now we need to take only for the 1500 shares, right? And take that 1500 shares. So in the beginning the value of each share should be 10 rupees. 1500 into 10 will get 15,000 rupees, right? So 1500 shares into 10 per share, 50,000 rupees. Again in that first and final call 1500 shares into, actually at the time of first and final call we need to receive 4 per share, right? So 1500 shares into 4 per share, so total will get 6,000 rupees. I mean 6,000 rupees we are not receiving at the time of first and final call. So 10 minus 4, the differentiation amount 6 rupees. So 10 minus 4, the remaining balance 6 rupees. 1500 into 6. Or simultaneously you can calculate 15,000 minus 6,000. 15,000 minus 6,000 will get 9,000 rupees. Or 1500 into 6 per share means 9,000. We can calculate either simultaneous different methods. So this is what entry for the shares were forfeited. So now we need to give the narration for this entry. Being 1500 shares were forfeited, being 1500 shares were forfeited for the non-payment of first and final call. The narration being 1500 shares were forfeited for the non-payment of first and final call. At the time of first and final call, these 1500 shares amount we are not received. That's why we have given these narration about the journal entry. Actually, in this company board of directors, they are decided to reissue these forfeited shares. I mean, 1500 shares amount we are not received. That's why these forfeit 1500 shares they are decided to reissue to Mr. Naresh. They are reissuing. For that reissue of forfeited shares means again we need to record one more journal entry. The entry is one. Bank account data. Forfeited shares account data to equity share capital account. This is what journal entry for that reissue of forfeited shares. Actually, how many shares they are reissuing? Actually, they are reissuing 1500 shares. You have to take 1500. At what price they are reissuing? At a cost price of rupees 8 per share. In that question, specifically they have mentioned in the list. So 1500 shares into 8 per share. You have to multiply 1500 into 8. You have to multiply this one, you will get 12,000 rupees. 1500 into 8 means you will get 12,000. Actually, in the beginning the value of each share 10 rupees, but now they are reissuing 8 rupees only. I mean, we are getting loss on 2 per share. 10 minus 8, the differentiation amount 2 rupees. 1500 into 2 rupees. Have to multiply. 1500 into 2 means 3000 rupees. This was loss on reissue of these forfeited shares. Now make it total 12,000 plus 3,000, 15,000. We will get equal balance in the debit as well as credit columns. So 15,000 and 15,000. So at what situation we will get equal balance means when the company, the total whatever the forfeited shares in the company and that all the forfeited shares they are reissued means on the day we will get equal balance in last two entries. Now we can write the narration. Being reissue of 1500 forfeited shares, being reissue of 1500 forfeited shares at rupees 8 per share has fully paid up. And second observe the narration. Being reissue of 1500 forfeited shares at rupees 8 per share has fully paid up. This is what narration about reissue of forfeited shares. The next entry and last entry for the transfer of profit on forfeited shares. Now we need to transfer whatever the profit we are receiving by the way of reissue of these forfeited shares on the profit. Now we need to transfer. In the seventh entry as well as eighth entry, these entries, each entry carry 2 marks because of these are the compound entries. Each entry it will carry 2 marks. For the single entry means we will get 1 marks. But this is what compound entries, right? Each transaction carry 2 marks. The next entry for the transfer of profit and forfeited shares. Forfeited shares account data to capital reserve account. Forfeited shares account data to capital reserve account. This is what next entry. Now we have to calculate the values. So at the time of profit, we need to ascertain this. We need to observe before 2 entries. Further shares were forfeited here. You have to take these values. Forfeited at the time of first and final call. Already paid up capitals are 9,000 rupees. Capital is 9,000 rupees. This is what paid up capital out of these 1,500 forfeited shares. And when they are reissuing means on the time in 8th entry, again forfeited shares. 3,000 rupees we are getting loss, right? Forfeited minus forfeited, I mean credit minus debit. So this is what already credited capital to the account, and when they are reissuing already we are getting 3,000 rupees loss. So 9,000 minus 3,000, the differentiation amount have to take. 9,000 minus 3,000, the differentiation amount 6,000 rupees. 6,000, this is what profit only. Have to record in that both columns, debit as well as credit column. So by the way of reissue of these forfeited shares, they are getting profit out of 6,000. So they are getting 6,000 profit on these shares. Now we can give the narration about this transaction. First of all, narration means it is a brief explanation about this transaction, right? Now write down the narration. Being profit on forfeited, being profit on forfeited shares account transferred to capital reserve account. Capital reserve account. So here for that ninth entry, the narration being profit on forfeited shares amount transferred to capital reserve account. So here whatever the profit received by the company, on this profit finally we are transferring to capital reserve account only. The narration being profit on forfeited shares amount transferred to capital reserve account. So these are the last 3 entries regarding shares were forfeited shares were reissued, and profit on these forfeited shares transferred to capital reserve account. So these are the total 9 entries for this question. So this is what related to 12 mark question. So for any question, the journal entries are constant from one question to another question, but the values might be changed. So as of now, in this chapter we have solved total 10 questions as per the question bank. Is it right? So in the next class again we will start the next one more chapter. That chapter already we have started financial statements. In that next session we will start financial statements. So in that financial statements already we are discussed the introduction, right? So in the next session we will start the problems, formats as well as questionnaires on the financial statements. So for this chapter, so these are the related to 12 mark question. These are the So totally we are finished with 10 questions. So if any doubts in this chapter is, again we will discuss in some more sessions. So in this session we will close this chapter. Thank you, students.